Geek Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another new episode of Who Are the Boys?
I was like, excuse me? I was like, what are you talking about?
So, we are back with another reaction to The Boys and their most recent comeback, and we are very excited.
Yes, so The Boys released a new song this week called Maverick. Obviously, we have watched the teasers leading up to this. We saw like the trailers, the pictures as they were coming out. That being said, let us go. Yeah.
My heart's gonna be racing.
Oh!
I already know.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, so it was like, it looks like there's a storyline music video. And they don't really do those. Actually.
Ooh. I really like Sinner's Tunnel.
Okay.
Oh! What the?
Oh. When I saw that in the teaser, it made me think of Kevin's thing.
Teddy.
You remember?
I do remember, yeah. Okay. What the? Yeah. I mean, just with the word Maverick, like, the whole concept makes a lot of sense. I also really like Q Center.
I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to hear you over the bass because it's just so...
That's fair.
I'm like, what did you just say? Oh? Oh? Oh. I just now saw what their colors were saying.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
The acting in this is superb.
Is he gonna Chuangyan? I like the yeah, in the background, the like that, just now.
Take a breath. Oh no.
I hate how my immediate thought seeing them wear hoodies under that, because usually you wouldn't see the hoodies, right? I was like, they're gonna be warm because it's cold now.
Your mom friend is showing.
It never shows on this channel. Oh, that hasn't happened yet.
Ooh.
What the heck?
I can't figure out who's on which side.
Right? I was about to say that, like, are they
Like, they're fighting each other, but...
Or is it just like a every man for himself sort of thing?
Probably, actually, because it's Maverick. Individualist.
Nico. Oh no.
Oh no. Protect yourself.
From what did it say? I didn't catch the last word.
Oh no, I didn't either. We're just gonna jump right in, and we are gonna do this conversation style because we're a little bit late. If you're wondering why, check our most recent community post talking about this comeback. So just the name alone, I mentioned in the reaction, like the word Maverick, if you're gonna play the word association game, you come up with things like nonconformist, trendsetter, individualist, and those are sort of like more modern terms for it, but this is gonna show my history nerd. So originally,
I'm so excited.
Originally, the word maverick was used in like the Old West to talk about a bull that had not been branded and that like was on its own and was sort of wild, which is why you get this like sort of bullheaded stubbornness associated with the word. And so because of that, I had like expectations for the dance in my head already. Expectations met. Like, it was very aggressive, a lot of stomping. It's super grounded, but also there's an element to it that feels a little bit wild. Like the way they're moving their arms, or like Jacob jumping over at the end. Just the style of dance itself is sort of like bulldozing through what already exists. And I think that goes with the concept really well of like setting their own path, like being the changer. So.
Oh, right. These are conversation styles.
These are conversations. I was like, is she gonna go?
I don't know. Like I said in the reaction, I was like, sorry, Peyton, I can't hear you over the bass. Like when it enters that aggressively, I guess, in the first time the chorus comes in, like you said, that sort of like bullheaded stubbornness, like it's like stomping, sort of. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember seeing in the chorus during the dance shots, they're like stomping a lot too. Is that also supposed to be like a bull reference sort of thing too? Like animals when they like and get ready to go forward.
I actually had that same thought, so I'm glad you brought that up, because I was like, am I just reading way too much into this? Because I know what the history is, but also because they have like the Maverick M. Something else that stood out to me is I was like, that's kind of interesting, because it's kind of like they're making their brand. Like you brand an animal, like they're branding themselves as Mavericks. That stuck out to me. It's like they're really much like branding themselves as this leader on a new path. So
yeah, I was gonna say, because it's also like musically it's very consistent, I guess I would say. I mentioned that background line, that's the theme, like the like with the, it's kind of, it has the slides, but it's also kind of distorted sounding like a synth. That sort of theme consistent throughout. I think the biggest shift that I actually felt in the song was actually when the chorus comes in for the first time, because that's when you feel it like way down all of a sudden and it gets really grounded. Like even the bridge, it wasn't that different because it still had that consistent theme in the background. It just like pulls a few of the extra instrumental layers away for the bridge, so it felt like slightly more sentimental, but even then, like none of the like super big drastic changes, I feel like.
I guess the last thing I wanted to say about the dance was talking about, like, composition-wise, the formations of it also really highlighted the concept in a more subtle way, because something I noticed about a lot of the formations, especially in the chorus when they're saying, I'm a maverick, is that there's a lot of outward-facing directions. Like, they're never all just facing the same way or, like, in straight lines. It's sort of like this going all in different directions. And so I just find things like that very interesting because it's a more subtle way of, like, reinforcing the concept of being a trendsetter. And so that really jumped out to me, especially because they move around so much in different directions.
I feel like I want to clarify when I say like the consistent musically thing and that there wasn't anything drastic, that doesn't mean that it was low energy. It's just like, yeah, it was not at all, because like it's just like a lot of power in it, which means kind of like non-stop is what I was thinking. Steady, straightforward kind of power, I would say. But then you hear like the high notes in the background, because I like it's still ringing in my ears, like the final chorus as they're singing like the chorus line, the background like whoa up there. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that.
No, I think that makes sense. It's literally like they're bulldozing through something. My only other thing I wanted to point out was just their acting was so superb. Like, yeah, at the end when they all started crying, I was getting very like emotional.
I think actually the scene that stuck, like the individual scene that stuck out to me the most was the where it's kind of dark and it's like Younghoon's face was like real sweaty and like he's breathing heavy. Like he looks genuinely terrified and I was like,
yeah, I think the one that stuck out to me the most was Q, when they show him and like he's trying to like hold back the tears and you can, it's like the they do great though.
Yeah.
So, TLDR for this is The Boys. Congratulations on a pretty quick turnaround with this comeback Maverick. It was super interesting to see, especially coming off of Thrill Ride, a completely different side of you, once again, showing the unique charms. That's like one of their things, right? They always can do different concepts. I mean, you clearly sold this concept to us from performance, song, music video, acting standpoint. So, excited to see the promotions.
As always, though, if you want to talk with us more about The Boys, about Mavericks, about bulls apparently, I don't know, about K-pop, anything really, feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. And if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!